Welcome to All Things Retreat Podcast. I'm Holly Porter, your host and CEO of Retreat R&R. With over 25 years of experience in designing transformative retreats, I'm here to share insights and inspiration to help you create extraordinary experiences. Whether you're a pro or just starting out, you'll find valuable ideas here. Enjoy the ride. Let's dive in. Hello and welcome everyone today to the show. So happy to have you join us again for the first time. If you're here, welcome. And we hope that you come often. We release this every Wednesday and we always have great guests. Sometimes I'm by myself, but most of the time I have great guests. And I really do put a lot of thought into who we're bringing you, because as retreat leaders or aspiring retreat leaders that are mostly listening to this show, we want to make sure that we're serving your needs and helping you grow and learn more about retreats. So that being said, my guest today is, okay, hang on, I'll edit this out. I got to make sure I say it right. Snezhina, right? Okay, so let me back up because he can edit this out. Okay, so my guest today is Snezhina, and she has been a successful entrepreneur for over 20 years, seamlessly blending her business with her extraordinary intuitive abilities. As a master energy healer, intuitive business advisor, manifestation coach, and founder of the Quantum Manifester, Snezhina has dedicated her career to guiding individuals and businesses towards unlocking their fullest potential, expanding and transforming into their most optimal version. As an intuitive business advisor, Snezhina has provided invaluable business alignment services, enabling companies to thrive in a rapid changing world. Her successful entrepreneurial journey is a testament of her ability to merge practical business with deep spiritual insight. With a profound ability to help conscious and open-minded 6- and 7-figure leaders. She excels in redesigning areas of their lives where they feel stuck and unfulfilled. Her intuitive gifts provide access to invaluable information, customized guidance, and unique solutions. By saving her clients thousands of hours of hard work and hundreds of thousands of dollars, she brings unparalleled efficiency and clarity into their lives, accelerating their journey to success with flow and ease. Since 2010, she got certified in over 30 quantum healing modalities and has created her own techniques, practices, and tools for her client success. Since 2020, she has helped over 2,000 clients and facilitated transformational group sessions and activations on a weekly basis. She's conducted business alignments for small business and corporations, earning her reputation as a trusted advisor and healer. Okay, so we wanted to say, man, with all that, we love all the stuff you're doing. We're going to talk more about it. She's just an amazing gifted person in the energy field. And I just want to say first that I love energy work. Retreats bring a lot of that in. There's the woo-woo side. There's not the woo-woo side. There's the yoga people. There's the business people. There's the men, the women's groups. Doesn't matter, right? Everything's made of energy. So we just want to welcome you to the show today, and we're happy to have you here.
Thank you, Hallie. So happy to be here with all of you today.
Yeah, you bet. Well, all right. So let's dive in. We just, I just really want to ask you how you got started. We know just a little bit from your bio how you got started in the energy work and doing all that, and how talented and gifted you are in the quantum healing. But how did you decide? What was that moment of decision to do retreats and add that to your business model?
Yeah, so I was a commercial real estate broker for 20 years. So I was a successful entrepreneur. And while I was doing that, my gifts started developing, and I started seeing healers and coaches and learning new modalities just to expand my business, just to align with better clients. And 15 years ago, I started doing that work on myself just to heal myself, expand more of what I'm doing. From there, I just started learning a lot of modalities. I went to a lot of retreats, a lot of activations. So from there in 2020, when the world shut down, I'm like, this is my calling. I need to share my gifts. So from there, I started slowing down the real estate business, and I started focusing like 80% or 90% on my intuitive gifts and helping people in their personal life, in their business. And then I created a membership group. So for 3 years, I've had like a weekly sessions, group sessions, healing sessions, and business alignments. From there, I'm like, let's get together and do a retreat on a very spiritual place that has the vortex energies that can help our growth. So instead of doing so much for 1 year, we can shift all of this in 5 days or six
Mm.
days. So we can experience this amazing transformation. And I can see people transforming real time, even their physical body, their
Yeah.
expression, who they're being for just those days. So I was looking for a location and I'm like, I'm doing this. And it was June last year. I said, I'm doing this. By the end of this year, I'll have a few retreats done. And I aligned with Hawaii. So that's how it all started. I went there for to see a friend of mine, and we went to each site, and I connect with the land, connect with
Hmm.
these vortex places. So I'm able to channel what these places can help us unlock and activate within us. So we
Okay.
went and mapped out a lot of the sites on the island, and I experienced extreme transformation for myself. So when I came back, my intuitive gifts increased, my connection with my loved ones, with other people, abundance, so much transformed just like 5 days there. And I'm like, I need to bring people here. I need to bring people to experience that themselves because they can really transform and expand. So that's how it all started.
I love it. Oh wow. Well, it's a great story and a great that you listened in when we were talking a little bit before the show about intuition and how important it is to really listen. Everybody has intuition, whether they want to admit it or not. It's just whether they want to listen to it or not. So I appreciate that you have perfected that gift and that's amazing. So, um how do your retreats different than traditional wellness retreats?
Yeah, thank you for this question. Yeah, so I channel the dates that are most aligned for our retreat. For example, our last retreat was about identity ascension. It's becoming who we are meant to be in this world, and instead of using 25 or 30% of who we are, we expand it to like 100% and we sustain it and then integrate it when we come back. So first I tune into the dates with my intuition to see what is the most open and how many days and all that. So I use my intuition to find on a calendar what is most aligned. What site is most aligned? Is it Hawaii? The next one will be in Costa Rica. So we did try two retreats in Hawaii, and next one, the most open right now is Costa Rica. So I tune into the dates, I tune into the location. From there, I tune into the group that is already coming because it kind of already exists. If we think of something, we dream of something, it's all we already created somewhere in the universe.
Yeah.
So I tune into the group that is supposed to come, and I align all of it energetically. So and then I hold alignment sessions, so whoever is interested in the retreat, I can help clear blockages and continue for them to align. And of course we have free will, so it might be most aligned for 14 people but maybe 11 come because not everyone is ready to make
Okay.
that change, to make that big step. So even though we're doing all these alignments, not everyone like really overcomes their fear or whatever it is to make it happen. But most people do, so it's really amazing. And from there, I align the vendors, the right drivers, the right chef, the right location as far as our retreat center. So all of this is in alignment. So when
Yeah.
people come here, by the time they leave, it's everything is so smooth.
So I'm curious, what are you seeing right now since you just got back from the second one that you happened to hold in Hawaii? What do you feel like you're seeing? Is there a pattern of blocks people are having or stressors that they're having that you feel like came up in this group that seem to be repetitive?
Yeah, for this group particularly, one of the major thing was deserving.
Oh,
So we kind of expanded that deserving level. Some people came in with a 0% deserving level, and deserving means not what I want and I really deserve it with the brain, but feeling that they deserve it, feeling that
yeah.
okay, I deserve it, and I'm creating this life and
Yeah.
feeling it in their field. So deserving level was like huge for all of us. So we had that private chef that she was doing everything. She used to work for Celine Dion. She used to work for like in Ritz Carlton. So she was so detailed, and we're like, we deserve this. And the house we were in, it was this mansion. So it was like, we deserve this. We want to wake up every morning with the sunrise, with this beautiful ocean. And at the same time, we deserve this time for ourselves, because a lot of the people I work with, they're busy professionals. They might make a lot of money. They might do so much for others. But when it comes to them, it's that time that they allocate to fill their cup. So then they can give from the overflow, whether it's energy, whether it's money, resources, time, but it's that deserving level.
When you're saying that, the word that keeps coming to my mind that could be part of that is allowing. It's not just feeling like you deserve it. You have to allow it to come in. If you're not open to that, it's a little hard to get those feelings. I feel like, I don't know, that word just kept popping in when you said that.
It's so true.
So I always like to know the hows. Do you make it happen? Like what can you share? Not all your secrets or anything. Well, you can if you want, but
Sure, I'm
just
ready.
mostly like what would be a process? Walk us through a process that would help somebody in that
So I
situation.
think one of the most important thing is to have someone to have a following, because
Mhm.
if we're just okay, let's just do a retreat, and then we focus on like what we are providing versus having a following first. I think that we might create the best retreat in the world, but if we're trying to create a following while we're creating the retreat, it
Yeah.
might backfire on us. So I think that's number one. And
Yeah.
then number two for me was very important to create a budget. Like before starting the retreat, create budget of the housing, of the
Mhm.
meals, all of it, the driver, the look, all of it, very detailed. Even like yoga mats, all the little things, because it like buying the crystals, buying welcome presents, buying that, it all adds up so fast. Gas for the car, all of it. And once we have the budget, then we can kind of create specific pricing for each room and specific
Right.
margin and all of that.
Yep.
So that for me was very fundamental, like having the following first and then creating a very strict budget in a way that, and then leaving some money for marketing, leaving a little bit for like extras. But
Yeah.
that was really the structure. Um, and from there executing it. So creating the first one was really easy because I already had the people and they
Mhm.
just signed up for my group. So it was very beneficial for me to already have the group.
Oh yeah.
And then they're like, okay, so all the space is filled up. The second one was more expensive because we wanted to create even like 10x experience, 10x experience on all levels. And it was more pricey compared to the first one. But again, yeah, we did the budget, we aligned everything, and the right people came. But the
Mhm.
following is important. So people need to trust us, to spend 5 days with us every single day or 6 days every single day, and the messaging after that. Because I've learned this sensory marketing where I do that naturally. So when I write a post or I talk about something, I make people feel what I feel and see about the retreat. I
Mhm.
help them feel my vision or see my vision, what they will experience. So this is not only for individuals, but also for couples. So I kind of focus on what the couple will experience or what the business owner would experience. And that helps tremendously because everyone that said yes, they said, I feel you, I feel your energy, I feel the island's energy, and the
Yeah.
island is very powerful and it's calling me. So that was really important, that
Which
sensory.
island did you go to?
We went to the big island because it kind
Okay.
of gives the most transformation.
Yeah.
The other ones are
So
more gentle.
with all of the stressors and things that are going on in the world right now, how do you see the field of energy evolving in the next few years?
In general, about the world,
Yeah, just
I think that every So we all live here on Earth, but at the same time, we access different timelines
Hmm.
individually. So I might be with my husband in the same house, in the same bed, but have different timelines. So some people might see the end of the world in 2 years, but some people might see the earth rebirthing in 2 years. And everyone can be right. So right now I see a lot of people, a lot of kind of like everything or nothing, or going left or going right, and a lot of division. And I see a lot of changes. I see the old collapsing, like the old way of corporations working, the old ways of people, of values, the old ways. A lot of the old stuff is crumbling, and that's why it's important to align to the new earth frequencies, to align to the even the core of the earth is upgrading and updating, and with all this beauty. So it might seem that everything is collapsing right now, but it's restructuring, it's rebirthing. Even when we were there with the volcano, anytime we go there, she erupts. So I'm like, oh my God, it's always so special. And when we were at the site, she's like, I'm rebirthing, I'm changing completely. I want to be the rebalancer now, not the destroyer anymore. And that's
Yeah.
what happens with our world right now. We are clearing what no longer is in alignment for all these hundreds of years or thousands of years. So it might feel that everything is crumbling, but it's rebirthing. And so we can
Beautiful.
focus on the distraction, or we can focus on the rebirth. And how can I connect to my heart, make decision from my heart, make decision from my intuition, make decisions from what is my highest, for my highest good, my highest good of the highest good of the family. What are my gifts, what can I share with this world? So when we come from our heart, then we're always guided and trusting that heart.
I love that. So can you share a short story of maybe a success or transformation that you witnessed that was just powerful for even you to watch? Can you think of
Oh my
anything?
God. So first is my husband, he came to the first retreat just to support, and he came back a completely transformed man. We
Wow.
visited one site that was helping us activate our soul purpose and soul mission. Just before we went to the airport, we came back, and he's like, the next day, he's like, I know my soul purpose, I know my soul mission. He created a business plan, new logo, new company. He's like, let's go, baby. And we
I
scheduled
love
the
it.
next retreat. That was one. Another one, a lady, she's a professional singer. She found her new voice to express.
Mm.
She came back home. Her husband is a stock trader, and he made 100,000 in one day as soon
Oh
as
my
she came back.
gosh.
And he's never done this before. Another
Wow.
lady, she said, I want to find the love of my life. And she's been single for probably 14 years or more, just not finding the right partner. It, and on the second retreat, in the middle of the retreat, she found the love of her life through whatever, Facebook or some app or something. So she met him after the retreat.
Wow.
They went on a date. And when he sent her, because he's a gentleman, so he sent her to the door, she turned around and she's like, I want to be in his arm for the rest of my life.
Mm.
So that,
Wow.
yeah, so they're still together and growing and expanding, and I love them so much. So everyone, it doesn't matter. There was a couple that they work together, they do everything, and they're so successful, but there was a little gap for their
Mm.
relationship, so they reconnected in such a powerful way, and they activated so many of their gifts. So it's for everyone is so individual. It's just so different, but yeah. And the same, what I could do for 45 minutes after the last retreat, I can do it in 10 minutes or 15 minutes, whether it's a clear
Oh, nice.
meditation. It
Because
just,
you're evolving.
yeah, we're all evolving together. Yeah.
Love that. Oh, that's amazing. Well, I love too that if people realize this, how fast things can happen. It's like we put ourselves in that suffering and we don't have to suffer. There's tools and there's people like you that can help people see things so much deeper. And I can honestly say I had so many people tell me, "Oh, I've never felt like I had a purpose, like what to do and what I was going to be." I mean, yes, I love my family and they were what I lived for, right? But like that real what's my legacy type thing. And until I was in my coma, sick, in the hospital for so long, I didn't have that till I got out of there. And dang, I'm in my 50s. Why did it take so long? Like, why did we not figure it out sooner? But the timing's always what it's supposed to be, and your ideas arrive when they're supposed to. A lot of mine, although arrived about 2 years too early. I would always be in my businesses about 2 years ahead of my time. And I was over it by the time it really would have jumped and took off with other people's thinking. I was like, moved on. It's like, you guys are too slow. Never mind. But I love how you activate that for people, because if they could realize how powerful that really is, no matter what they believe in energy work, it's amazing. So keep doing what you're doing, because you can see the changes. I mean, I love those, how you gave me, I asked for one story and you gave me 5 or 6. I mean, that shows you how powerful the work is. The other thing I love that you were doing was you were saying how you're following up with these people. You're still having conversations with them. And I think that's a really important lesson for retreat leaders to listen to, lean into, and understand, is that especially if you're doing transformational work, you don't want to leave these people high and dry. Have it built in that you have it after the event, after the retreat call, so that you can incorporate some of the things, and they've had time now to process, and they've gone home and they've lived their real life again, out of the transformation. And I think that I would just say that's so key. And I can tell you're doing that. So thank you for being such a good leader to your attendees and your clients, whatever you call them. But I love that about you. So I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much. I
Do you
appreciate it.
have any last words of wisdom before we close up the show?
I would say if you want to do a retreat, or if you want to pivot into something else, like, just do it, because I've never done retreats before. I'm like, I'll do it this year. By the end of this year, I have a retreat done. And then I had my trust, because first I thought I would do it in Tulum. I went to Tulum, everything was closed for me energetically, and I trusted it and I was not pushing it. So then I got a message, come to Hawaii, and I'm like, yes, without even thinking about it. I was there, and then all the doors opened. So once we make one step, the universe makes 1,000 steps towards us. So do that
Wow.
aligned action. Like, if it's in your heart, you're meant to do it. So just go for it.
Oh, beautiful words. Great place to end. Thank you again. And thank you, everybody, for listening to the show today. Check in every Wednesday. We'll have a new one, and we'll have all the contact information in the show notes, so you can be able to reach out and get any more information that you need. But anyway, other than that, bye for now.
Bye. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us on this episode of All Things Retreat. We hope you're leaving with new ideas, fresh inspiration, and the motivation to take your retreats to the next level. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review. It helps us grow and reach more retreat leaders like you. And if you have any questions, topics you'd like us to cover, or just want to say hello, send us an email at info@weretreatrnr.com. Follow us on social media to stay connected and catch all the latest updates. Until next time, remember, great retreats start with great intentions. Let's make them extraordinary, one step at a time.